Let us not forget the trauma experienced with evacuation, the loss of property, both real and personal, the loss of earnings, the loss of human and civil rights during World War II, the wives and young children left with evacuation decisions because their husbands and fathers were taken away earlier, the deep furrows on the faces of our elderly, on the loss of a lifetime work, the agony of being helpless. I shall never forget the testimony of a mother with 2 small children shocked by the action of 2 military police. While waiting for her husband to return home, they knocked every picture off the wall, threw her Buddhist shrine outside, and smashed it to pieces, tore up all the mattresses. The children were too scared to sleep by themselves. Military necessity, a weak excuse for racism, was never justified. Let us not forget the humiliation and loss of dignity of being herded into Tanforan racetrack, searched like criminals, and furnished a horse stall for what was supposed to be for our protection. Many did not survive psychological stress of confinement and humiliation of being regarded as traitors. Let us not forget the Japanese-American men who were reclassified as aliens back in 1942 and denied the opportunity to serve their country. They were later asked to bear arms as the war escalated, and they volunteered from the internment camps to prove their loyalty. Silence will get us nowhere. Our issue is 47 years old. We have been patient long enough. I cannot emphasize strongly enough the urgency to regenerate the same kind of community movement that helped us to win redress. It was through the combined efforts of JACL, NCRR, the veterans, the students, and you in the community. The pressing budget problems of our country is a question of priorities, and we feel redress is a top priority because 200 former internees are passing away every month. Although the budget problems are serious, if they can afford to approve 132 stealth bombers at $530 million each, certainly they can appropriate the amount of 3 bombers to cover reparations for the estimated 60,000 former internees. Hopefully, our country, once admonished for the grave mistake, will never allow this to be repeated again. The freedom of all people will be endangered if the principles of our Constitution are not honored and carried out. We have come this far, hurdled many obstacles. We cannot lose now. It is important that we continue our letter writing campaign, but I feel the time has come when we must become more vocal and rouse the conscience of our country. If you do not fight for your rights, no one will.